My studio's been burnt down and you're hanging out on the streets with the wig man of Brighton.
Yeah.
It was not the year for them.
Yeah. George now is the
2023 turned out to not be the year for Drum and Drummer.
Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time.
Yeah, gotta move it on because this is going nowhere.
2023, baby.
Oh, here we go. They're back. You can't hold us down.
No.
No one tried to.
Back on Zoom, back at work.
Have you actually started work yet? As in,
This is my first day back, the day we're recording this.
which is the 3rd?
Yeah, the 3rd.
It's a weird time because you said Happy New Year. Did you? I think we've said it to each other, which is fair enough on the 3rd of Jan. But I said, at what point is it weird to keep saying Happy New Year?
Where's your cut-off?
Where's your cut-off point? Because if it's someone you're seeing every day, you say it once. You might even say it when you see him at midnight, you know? But if it's someone who, here was my theory, if a company goes back to work, say the 10th of January, do they all say it then? Because it's still, you know, they haven't seen each other since last year. So they have every right to say it. But also, is it weird? Is 10 days too long?
I think it's too long.
I think it's too long.
What if, instead of it's the whole company going back on the 10th, because that's mental,
Yeah.
if you staff 2.5, 3 weeks off over Christmas.
Turnover?
Yeah, how well are they doing? Yeah. But what if you're going back to work, but everyone else has been working, but you've had an extended holiday? What's the latest date you go back and say Happy New Year?
Well, first of all, I think the people that have been back at work will be pissed off. So if they say it, they'll be like, "Oh, Happy New Year! Did you enjoy
Happy New
your
Year,
extra time
2024."
off?" Yeah. Oh, what time do you call this? And also, I think you'd be so embarrassed about coming back so late that even if you said it, you'd feel a bit sheepish and you'd feel a bit out of the loop. So I don't know if you would.
I think it would be acceptable to say Happy New Year to the bands in today.
Yeah.
Possibly tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because that'll be the first time I see that. And then I think that's it then.
Yeah.
Definitely not next week.
Not beyond a week, no.
Yeah. Probably also depends when the first falls in a week.
Yeah.
You know, because it was a Sunday this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So people don't go back to work till the 3rd.
No, exactly.
So that's your where's your starting point? Probably the 3rd.
Where's your cut-off point?
And where's your cut-off point?
Yeah.
Probably
9:05 on the 3rd. Everyone's in. Forget it. We're in the new year.
We're back to the grind.
Did you have a good New Year's?
Just stayed in, mate.
You stay in.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about mine because yours has already bored me. I wasn't going to go out, and then I got a text at 11:15 p.m. from Dino. It's another Dean. Oh, Dean listens to the pod now, so all the stuff. You know, I seem to have mentioned him a few times. Hopefully he listens to this. I got 2 invites for a party, different parties.
Someone's popular.
Well, this is what I thought, right? And then on the day, one invite was from these girls I know. And I said, "What's going on? Are we still partying?" And
still partying. Who are you, Jeffrey Epstein?
But I was like, I'll drop a little text. And they said, well, we're doing a sort of quiet thing at ours, and then we're all going to go out to this event we're going to. Basically, you're not invited to any of it. So I was like, okay. So I text Dean. I said, am I still invited to the thing tonight? He was like, yeah, man, I'll check. And then didn't get any response for ages and so I was like, right, do you know what? Forget it. I'll have a night in. Elfie bought me some pajamas. I never used to be a pajama wearer, but put them on.
Nearly 30 now.
Yeah, exactly. I put on an Adam Sandler film. I made myself a mug cake. I don't know if you ever made a mug cake, but I was like, that's
cake in a mug.
Cake in a mug, basically.
Yep.
Really easy. You know, you just want something sweet. And I was like, I haven't got anything in, and all the shops are shut. And I've got my slippers on. I've got slippers as well. 28 now. And but I had a mug cake, watching a film. I was like, this is it. I'm not going out. It's fine. Forget it. And that was up until 11:15. Then Dean messaged me. He was like, hey, man, you out? And I'm like, no, you didn't respond. He was like, oh, well, you are invited. Come to Hove.
Bit late,
like,
Dean.
Yeah, a bit late. So I looked at the buses. I was like, okay, there's one in 10 minutes, and it'll get me there for 10 to midnight. And sure enough, yeah, I entered the flat about 8 minutes to midnight, which is perfect time for a New Year's, because then I just...
Home by 20 past.
Exactly, because, yeah, you say hi to everyone, and then you've got TV on, obviously, and then there's the countdown by the London Eye, and then everyone goes, "Way, Happy New Year," and you're like, well, I've done it. And I was, yeah, very tempted to leave, but instead I stayed. And do you ever, I don't know, stay at a house party and you end up talking to someone who's banging on about something? They don't ask you anything about what you get up to. And I was just like, fuck,
I'm feeling that right now.
Yeah, I should have just stayed at home. That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
2023. Woo!
How was your not New Year's? I've already asked that. How was your Christmas holidays? Let's go.
Yeah, good. Some bad news.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd have seen on the socials. Little Butters passed away.
Yeah, that is sad.
My last little boy.
Because he was one of the OGs.
He was actually hamster number 3.
Oh, was he?
Out of the 4.
Right.
But he lived to be the eldest.
He was the last man standing. I got him in the summer of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So he had 3 Christmases. Yeah. He lived to just over 2.5. But he was like, out of all of them, I loved them all, of course, but he was like the special little guy. Because I got him in COVID times.
Yeah.
And so, because I was at home a lot, I spent every day, like, you know, he was out playing. And so I just had so much bonding time with him.
Yeah.
And bless him, he was getting on, he was getting old, as they do. And, he passed away peacefully in his sleep. Bless him. So I got him cremated, as I have done with all my other hamsters. I've got his casket back. Yeah, that was very sad. That was sort of a little dip in the perineum of Christmas.
Yeah.
So
had a good life though.
Very good life. Yeah.
You know, very spoilt, your hamsters, as they should be. I've always thought.
Yeah. So that was very sad. But now I'm hamsterless for the first time in over 4 years.
What are you going to do? Change pet or?
No, I think I'm going to have a break.
Yeah.
Have a break. Because I love hamsters and they really suit my lifestyle. Because they don't need that much. Not like a dog.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to take your hamster out walking.
No.
But on the flip side, they do live short. They do live short lives, so you do get the every couple of years you get the sad bit.
Yeah.
It's like I'll probably just have a little break for a bit, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But R.I.P. Little Butters.
Rest in peace, Little Butters.
You're a king among kings. Yeah. But no, other than that, sort of I had a nice break.
Yeah.
Time off work.
Yeah.
You know, back today, catching up. Oh, there's admin to do. Right, where are we? Right, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I guess there's that little, I don't know, struggle of, here we go again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A bit like, I just got to keep doing this, have I?
What, life?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. My Christmas break, I felt, went really quickly because I stayed at the parents' house from the 21st, 22nd, I think, till the 28th. Can't remember. But I was like, I'm going to go back and, you know, I had bits and bobs to do. There was Christmas Day, obviously, Boxing Day football.
Sure.
But beyond that, I was like, no, I'm going to chill out and not feel guilty about it. You know what I mean? And before I knew it, I was back in Brighton and some funny stuff while I was back.
Well, just to say, actually, because I did pop round to your house.
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, let's
to
discuss
drop off
that.
your delayed birthday present and your Christmas present.
Yeah.
You didn't invite me in.
No. No, everyone
very,
was asleep.
very adamant to come out and meet me outside and just.
Well, no, I did that because I genuinely, this isn't an excuse, people get confused when they come to my road and they don't know where it is. So I thought, I'll come outside and meet him, as I usually do with most people. Because here's something I don't like: when you go to someone's house and you knock and they're not ready for you. You're like, I told you I was coming round. And they're like, sorry, I'm in the bath. Why are you in the bath? I gave you 10 minutes warning. But anyway, yeah, you got me some lovely gifts.
Yeah, so I wanted to present your birthday gift to you on the Christmas special episode, which we do hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's good laugh, wasn't it?
Definitely our funniest
quite
episode.
Good. But bloody Royal Mail, strike, get your pay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering when the recording engineers strike's happening, because skint didn't arrive for the presentation on that episode. So I was like, I'll drop it round. And what did I get you, George?
You got me. I can't remember what they're called, but the little. Shall I get them? I've got them. Let me come back. Hold on. You got me a packet of top banana
cymbal toppers.
That's what they're called. Which I was going to use on a gig the other night, and I forgot about them. But I will use them as soon as I've got them. And some drum mat. Fucking placeholders, what are they called? You know what I mean.
So I thought, what do I get George for his birthday? What do I get the man who has everything yet nothing? And I thought,
that's so spot on.
Whilst I know he'd like a BDC kit,
yeah,
I'll get him some top banana drums, cymbal toppers, and these are the 3D printed. We mentioned them. They were in the drum dumpster a few months back, probably.
Yeah.
So I got you a little pack of them.
Yeah,
and they put in some free drum mat markers as well.
Oh, so, fair.
Yeah.
I thought.
So thank you, Top Banana Drums.
Yes, thank you. Shout out.
He's not used them yet, so
we'll tag him on this. No, I know.
And
I put them in my bag, and I tell you why I didn't use them. It's because they're under my wig for the gig, and I completely forgot. And I went,
let's talk about the wig.
Would you? Well, I was going to discuss these gigs actually because I had a little bit of a. What's the word? Taking stuff away in terms of kit setup. So I had 2 gigs over the festive period. I think it was the 15th and the 29th. And it's at a pub in Brighton, the Black Lion, which is becoming like quite a cool venue to go and see bands. And I set up my kit, and Jamie, the bassist, he was really like, he had no room. So I said, well, I can get rid of a crash cymbal, the one on my left, and then you'll have more room. He was like, all right, mate, cheers, appreciate that. So we did the gig. Gig was fun. It was rowdy, actually. And then we had another one on the 29th, and I went, do you know what? I know I won't need that crash cymbal because I'm not going to, Jamie will have no room. And I was like, do you know what I'm also not going to bring? A high tom. So I turned up, my kit setup was kick, snare, low tom, ride, crash cymbal on my right side, and then a hi-hat. So basically, I had nothing in the area, would be in front of the snare drum. And I said, Jamie, look at that. Look at all that space you've got. And he was like, oh, cheers, mate. He still managed to fall into my mic twice, knocking it over me. But it was interesting because it really makes you play differently. Because when you have no crash on your left and it's only on your right, you gotta. First of all, you gotta stretch, but also you can't just be playing a crash willy nilly. You have to really do I need a crash? Yes. Okay. Stretch. And also if there was ever a bit where it was a fill where I needed the high tom. Just do more low tom, like the Money for Nothing intro. That's a drum solo. I just had 3 drums. Fine, make it work. But it worked well, so I think I'll just do that every time I do that gig with them. Because maybe next time not take a ride because I didn't really even need a ride. See how little I can get away with.
Just put the crash over the kick drum.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Well, I did think that because it was. I used the ride a few times, but almost just because it was there. And because it's 80s, it's a lot of just hi-hat, kick and snare. You don't need a ride on Relax or Club Tropicana. You know what I mean? You just play those disco beats. But I didn't use them because they're under my wig, and we dressed up. Like to dress up in that band. Sparkly jacket.
Just you or the whole band?
It's hard to say. Dean dresses up to a point. Jamie doesn't. He's far too cool to dress up.
Sure.
Tom wears a suit, the singer. Keys player sort of wears a suit jacket, and he's bald as well. He's if he was in the have we talked about the Russian doll thing on here before?
I think so, yeah.
Basically, there's other bald, beardy men like us, and I'm the smallest Russian doll. But then it's me, and then there's
Tom Davis at the top.
Tom Davis at the top, yeah, exactly. And I'd say he's between me and you. You know,
okay.
He's a slim man, but he's a good-looking man. Anyway, he wears a wig sometimes, and so I just sort of go with it. If he wears a wig, I wear a wig, but he didn't wear a wig.
What wig you popping on?
Should I get it?
Yes.
There's a lot of up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strong.
Yeah. Do you want to do a screenshot now?
What, you mean you don't want to wear it for the whole episode?
Well, I would. It's hard to get the headphones over.
Well, let's do that then.
Oh, no, it might work, actually.
Okay.
I got them on. There you go. That's the wig.
Yeah. Big, red, crazy, kind of like a Sideshow Bob thing going on.
Sideshow Bob or Tina Turner, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. But the main part of that story was kit shrinkage, use less.
Downsizing.
Downside. There you go. That'll do.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure it out. I was like, what's the word for having less of something? Have you done that before? I know you've done that before.
Yeah. Victoriana. We knew it was sort of like a hybrid acoustic set. So it was like the full band, but slightly downsized in terms of it didn't need to be really loud. It was more kind of thing. And I just thought, I can't be bothered. So I just took, I think I was kick, snare, hi-hat, floor tom, and then just one crash, which I doubled as a ride.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
why not?
It was only for swing beats, not big rocking out on them. So just did that, and I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's it. That's what's worrying, because once you realise how easy it is. I sent it to you the other day. There was a picture of I'm not going to say who, but I don't even know who the drummer was, but we both know some of the people in the band. And drummer had turned up to a pub gig, and he had a second snare and about 3 crash cymbals, and he put up this, and maybe an extra floor tom, I can't remember, but he put up the caption being like, oh, bit of a squeeze tonight. I'm like, well, don't have a second snare in a pub. Why would you bring a second snare to a pub? Who is that for? I don't know. No one at the pub is impressed that you bought a second snare.
Yeah.
And you'll be annoyed that you bought it,
It's just more to set up, more to carry around, more to pack down, less room on stage. We have that slight advantage as drummers in terms of we have to have a certain amount of space.
Yeah.
We have to just physically. And when we get to wedding gigs, get the drum mat out and then work around it. But don't make your life harder.
No. But that
on.
comes with, that you need a lot of space, but also if you can make it easier for the rest of the band, do it. Do you know what I mean? That guy is like, oh no, well, I need my second snare. And it's if that then means that the guitarist has no room, it's well, what's the point? Don't know. It's Speaking of pub gigs though, I went to an open mic night the other night. Your favourite
What are you doing with your life?
Well, it was funny actually, because this was very much in the perineum, the gooch of Christmas.
Yeah.
It was the 27th, and our friend Sarah Collins invited me to. Ben just did the face. Someone we both know, Sarah, invited me to an open mic night she was putting on, and I sort of looked up who was playing, and there was a drummer called Alex Wilby, who I've heard of for years but never met. And I'll say, this is why this podcast is good, because it's meant we actually get to meet other drummers. But he was a drummer who, He used to play in Dutch Criminal Record, then he stopped. But he carried on playing with their function band, and then I was the Dep. So I've known of him for like 4 or 5 years, but I've never met him. And and he was the drummer at this open mic. And, you know, I went there with my brother. My brother wasn't doing anything. He was staying at home. I was like, do you want to go to the pub? He was like, yeah, fine. Something to do in it. And
did you leave out the bit about the open mic?
Yeah, I did. I said, you will. When we got there, I was like, you do have to get up now. That is the rule. You have to rap, Tom. You have to rap. No, he was up for it. Something to do. And but I got to meet this drummer, and it was quite nice actually, because I played a few songs, and then we were sort of just swapping after that between who was playing. You know, he'd be like, I'm a bit bored. Do you want to take the sticks for a bit? And then he just disappeared and went drinking for the rest of the night. And I was like, I guess this is now my band.
He saw you coming, son.
But but at the end of the night, I went up and I was like, I should go and chat to him. I was like, hi, mate. Like, he's like, oh, all right, mate. You know, nice playing. I was like, yeah, man, you too. So what was your name? I was like, I'm George. I was like, you know, I was like, you were in Dutch Criminal Record, weren't you? He was like, yeah, back in the day, man, back in the day. And I was like, oh, I'm the guy that covers your band. And so he was like, oh, you're that George. Oh, fucking hell. Well, give me a hug, fuck it. You know, and I was like, see, this is nice. You know, drummers, when they, we don't get to meet each other much. When it's like we've both played in the same bands. That's why it was nice to, I don't know, chat to Conor Griffiths and people like that. Because you're like, it's all these times where we're in the same gigs, but we'll never meet. But that was a fun night. But it gets to the last song, and they were like, right, what should we do as the last song? And someone goes, Mr. Brightside. And I was like, there you go. It was fun up until then.
Do you know it? Yes. But
yes, yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
yes.
I know it very well. But you don't have to keep playing it. I mean, is that 2023, is that just going to be still, it's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I mean when it's like, oh, it's just more of the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know, not saying I want to change anything.
No.
But nothing ever changes by staying the same.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you know which philosopher said that?
Are you reading these? I'm a what? I'll put it down there if it's obvious. But I'll tell you what though, I had to write the date on something.
Yeah.
And my brain, for a split second, delayed when writing the year. And I put 20, and then I went, what's the year?
Yeah.
I went, 2023. And I went, it can't be 2023. That's mental. that it's 20. This is all in like the split of a second.
Yeah.
Can't be 2023. That's insane. It must be 2008. Like, it can't.
Wow. Yeah.
It can't be that far ahead in the future.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it is.
Yeah.
It's 2023.
Yeah.
Christ.
I mean, it feels futuristic for me, but I have heard, you know, older people going, you know, even when they got to 2000, they were like, this is mental, year 2000. But imagine what it's like now, you know, 2023. Move it on because this is going nowhere.
This is going absolutely nowhere. Well, I also got you a gift for Christmas.
Oh yeah, fucking hell! I brought that in as well.
Because we did a photo shoot, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Are we discussing it now?
Well, I think at least one of the pictures is out there.
Should we discuss that whole day? Wait a sec, let me take this wig off.
He's bailed on the wig. It was quite unsettling seeing you with so much hair for a long period of time.
I was going to say, this is a hard edit for you. I'm more scatty than usual. Been up and down. Should we discuss that day?
Yeah, we had a big long day.
Yeah.
Back in December.
Because we teased it. Yeah.
We started off the day by chatting to Mark Pusey.
Yep.
Then we had Elliot and Josh in and we recorded our Christmas special.
Yep.
Then I had a band rehearsing in the studio.
Yeah.
Annoying. And then we did a photo shoot with old Tommy J.
With Tom Jenkinson, an old friend of mine. Quick backstory on Tom Jenkinson. He was in a band with myself years ago, the Underdogs, and we actually recorded at the old Blacksmiths a few times. And he's still playing. with an Oasis tribute band, and who he's got me into play with. But we've remained friends since the band days, the old band days.
Yeah, back in the band
But now
days.
he started doing a bit of photography, and we needed a photographer, and it was like, come on.
We thought it'd be a good idea to get some photos done.
Yeah.
I thought we could have a bit of a laugh with them.
Whilst getting the job done.
Whilst getting the job done.
Yeah.
And we set about getting some props and some costumes. And we had a photo shoot for a bit.
Yeah.
One of those photos I got framed for you for Christmas.
Which is amazing.
Have you put it on the Instagram, haven't you, that one?
Yeah, I put it,
Yeah, we put it on the Twitter.
That was a nice Christmas post.
If anyone's unsure, it's inspired by Right Said Fred.
Yes. Well, let's talk about the three, two main inspirations for our photo shoot. One was Right Said Fred, and a very specific photo shoot that they did where they were wearing, one was wearing a string vest and the other was wearing a sort of leather jacket. So actually, let's go back. Let's because this is funny. Let's discuss it. So we were like, let's do a photo shoot. We're like, right, we have to do a Dumb and Dumber photo shoot, or part of it dressed as Dumb and Dumber in the suits. So that was relatively, easy in that you just Google Dumb and Dumber suits, and then you can just buy them on Amazon. And they were shit. They were so bad.
Oh, they were awful.
But it did the job.
30 quid.
Yeah. But then the Right Said Fred stuff, that was almost more of a challenge, because we both looked at a member and went, right, this is what I need to get then. And my shopping list was a sleeveless leather jacket, a big earring, a big belt, like a sort of metal belt, and I forgot it, but it was a medallion as well. A necklace that I forgot to get. What was your list?
String vest.
Yeah.
Slacks. Studded belt.
Yeah.
And a kind of studded sort of wristband.
Yeah.
And, we've definitely fucked up our Amazon algorithms with these shopping things. But I ordered a string vest. Extra large.
Yeah.
It says extra large, but Christ, it was like gammon wrapped in string.
It's like bread cooking round twine.
It was so small, but fuck it, I couldn't be bothered to return it. Sorry, this string vest isn't big enough. Come on,
yeah.
Fuck it, I'll just squeeze into it like the last Christmas ham.
Which is funnier, which is better for the photo shoot.
So we put ourselves out there, but then we did some other ideas as well.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what the plan is to release these photos, but gradually, or we just had a bit of a laugh, and then we watched England get knocked out of the World Cup.
Yeah, which was a sad point.
It's like downer
really good day. It was probably good that we had such a good day to then do that, and we were like, oh well, at least we got a photo shoot done, and interviewed three men. One of them an acclaimed successful drummer. Two of them,
and the other one, Mark Pusey. No, I'm joking. He's clearly the best, and because Josh and Elliot don't even play drums.
Exactly.
Absolutely mental. We got him on.
Yeah, got Josh on twice. But no, yeah, you were rattling through some ideas that day. I will give you that credit. You're like, what about the drum dumpster? I got a bin. Let's do something with that.
Let's set it on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Tom would be like, have you got any safety goggles? I think I do, actually.
Yeah. Tom very much got the idea of the shoot and then was like, I'm well up for this. This is hilarious. He's like, let's watch the Right Said Fred I'm Too Sexy music video.
Yeah, let's put on some Right Said Fred through the PA.
Yeah, who were actually quite good. And then just...
Tom kept banging on about one of their albums was actually really good. Still yet to find it. But
no, yeah, exactly. But he was like, let's try and recreate this bit. And there is one picture which is one of my favourites where we're both just looking at the camera doing, like, holding our hands. But yeah, I don't know how we are going to release them all. I reckon, yeah. Because I was up for putting them all out at once. But I think it is better to do it, like, slowly.
Yeah, well, I think we picked a good one for our sort of Happy New Year.
Yeah.
thing on the socials, and I thought, I got to get one of these printed up for Georgie boy.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm looking at it now. It is phenomenal. What was funny is because I was at my parents, and I know they both listen to this now, and I opened it, and then when you've opened your presents, and then unless you take them to your room immediately, they might just stay in the lounge. And so I just left that frame. When I opened it, I just put it next to the telly as I opened it on the TV stand, and then carried on with my life. And then for the rest of the week, you were just staring at the whole family whenever we was watching, Right Said
In a string vest.
Yeah, in a string vest. Whenever we were watching tellies, Right Said Fred impersonators. And Dad was like, "You're going to move that because,
Can you move that?
Yeah.
It's disturbing the cat.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, ruddy good day that was. Anything else you want to discuss? I did send you some stuff for the drum dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done an intro to drum dumpster before. Right,
Okay.
Let's go into the drum dumpster.
What the hell is that?
You got tossed into the right dumpster.
Fucking Jesus.
There you go. Right. So, silent sticks. You need to dial down drum volume without breaking the bank. Welcome to the solution. And then it has a load of things that they do. Instant 80% volume reduction. Great for acoustic settings. Crisp drum and cymbal responses. That kind of thing. And basically it sounds like you turn up to a gig sometimes and they're like, you're going to have to play really quiet. And you go, oh, okay, hot rods.
Know that feeling.
Yeah. But these sticks look like they do what hot rods do, but they actually
Sound
feel
like sticks.
Yeah, sound like sticks. So I'm fascinated by them. I almost want to get a pair just to
Are
see.
these the solution to our sound limiter problems?
Because it's amazing no one's done it before, because every drummer...
Apart from your
is-
kick drums, just going to be fucking loud.
Yeah. Think about that. Yeah, kick just going to be mental. That's a very good point.
Unless they've got a solution to that as well. Who knows?
Yeah, they should do. Yeah, because the amount of times you go, oh, I'll get my hot rods out, and you go, these are shit.
Yeah.
And then that's where an inventor or someone should come in, and it looks like they have. So, I mean,
Silent sticks. I mean, in the drum dumps you go.
Send
us a pair. We'll try them out. Next
they-
sound limiter gig.
Yeah, they look shit, so prove us wrong. Prove us wrong.
What a lovely return for the drum dumpster.
Yeah, well, it's been a while.
This new year.
There's a lot of things. We haven't done a Tom of the Week in a while.
Nah.
We've run out of Toms.
I don't know if we run out. I just don't think there's any Toms worthy of it.
No, fair
To
enough.
be honest. I don't know. Maybe they got to do something about that.
What are
Come
you
on.
doing?
I don't know. Come on, Tom, step up. Step up. I mean, that'll do, won't it?
Yeah, there you go. That's a solid 40. What would you want?
I've got work to catch up on.
Yeah, and I've got I don't know what I've got to do. We've got some guests coming up, though, in the coming weeks.
You sure do.
I don't want to tempt fate. That's not the right phrase.
No, tempt it. Tempt it, boy.
Well, it is actually the right phrase. I think the next 3 weeks are guest weeks.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is exciting.
Yeah, because we love having guests on,
Yeah.
and we want to keep having guests on.
Yeah. Especially now when there's not much to talk about.
Yeah.
We thought
I've done nothing for 12 days.
Yeah. We did a
Yeah.
Christmas, re-wrap. That's not even the right phrase. But now it's January, so
Yeah.
let's have some guests.
Although I had a lovely break, I really didn't want to come to work this morning.
No. What time did you get in?
12:30.
When you say this morning.
Yeah, this afternoon.
All right.
But I do think it's valid because I am here till 10 p.m.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
So
totally.
it's still a long day, but it was just that feeling of like, oh, okay, right,
Yep.
here we go again.
Yeah.
But once you start, it's fine, isn't it?
I hear you with it being valid. I woke up at 10:30 this morning, but I have to go and pick up Elfie at the airport tonight at, I think, about 11 p.m. So I was like, well, that's fair enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't got all my things are late. What's the point of waking up at 7 a.m. if I'm working in the evening? You know, like, I'd say that actually. We can cut this out, but that's something that winds me up when people get all uppity about waking up early. I'm like, yeah, but if you finish work at 4 p.m., it makes sense. You know what I mean? And then we get seen as lazy. I think as long as you do everything in the day that you needed to do, wake up when you want. Wake up at 3 in the afternoon. You know what I mean? If you can smash it out till 9, you know, do it. Why not? Who cares? Live your life.
And that's the thing. I'm not being lazy by working late. I just have to be here.
Yeah.
Because my bands are in.
Yeah, bands aren't coming in at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Nah. Wish they would.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Wish they would. Nah, it's all good. I've got loads to do. Too much to do.
Too much, baby. Right. Well, see you on the flippity flap.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
That's the last time we're going to say it.
Yeah. Because when this drops, it'll be the 5th, and that's way too late. Yeah.
But if you haven't gone back and listened to our Christmas and New Year specials, go and do so.
Yeah, do it.
We had our mums on the show for the New Year special.
Yeah.
Mama. That was good fun.
Yep.
Yeah, just go out and thanks for sticking with us, and we will guide you through 2023 like two blind Sherpas.
Yeah, very good.
In unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
By which I mean, we won't.
No.
Or you'll be mad to follow us. But, yeah. I don't know.
That was like one of those sentences where you just start talking and then you're like, I'm going to see where this goes.
Yeah, I got no idea.
I was like, I'm going to leave him on his own with that, wherever he goes with this, because I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Right.
Get in touch. What are your goals for 2023?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Any musical goals? Any drumming goals?
Yeah.
You know, I haven't got any. So, have you? Have you got any?
Yeah.
Anything you want to do? I mean, I wanted to actually give a shout out to Jack. I don't think we mentioned this on the pod, but he's been a long time listener.
Yeah.
And he got in touch on Instagram, say he's actually now started learning to play the drums.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Yeah. And more amazing, because I definitely thought this podcast would put you off wanting to play drums. But Jack, keep us updated with your progress.
Yeah, please do. And also, not to take anything away from that, but just because I feel bad that we never mentioned it, someone called Connor Ross Harrington messaged us, Yo, just heard about this podcast and I'm loving it so far. Excellent work, gang. He messaged us that.
You didn't tell me that.
I did tell you. He's the guy that works at BIM.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we never actually, because we had guests and stuff, we never...
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. So it's nice because sometimes you do feel like you're just shouting into the abyss. Yeah. So when oh my God, I'll tell you that. This is a good, fun story to end. It's not even a story, but I went out with the band Wildwood Sky over Christmas for like a meal, which was nice. And
I'll tell you now, that sort of thing will soon die out.
I know, I was going to say.
Because we used to do a Victoriana curry.
Yeah.
For 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, but we went for a meal and I was telling them a story about, it was that gig where it was Victoriana gig and there was 2 people shagging by the guitarist's car, so he couldn't load out his gear into the car. And I was telling them this story and all of them had heard it already, and I went, oh, have I already told it? And they went, no, we listened on the pod. All 4 of them had listened, you know, they were like, yeah, no, I've heard that one on the pods, like, you know, listen. So that was nice, because I was like,
very nice.
But then there's a worry, because then you go, well, if they're all listening, you know, best not say anything mean. Not that we would anyway, but yeah, please do keep listening, whoever is.
Yeah.
And yeah.
2023. Year of Drum and Drummer.
This is it. This is
Here
our
we go.
year, baby.
And then like a song needs to come in, like bang. You're like, when I say that, put the record on. And I do that.
Do you know what we need? This would be like if this is never going to happen, but if someone ever made a documentary about us, you know, because Drum and Drummer gets so big, and they'd cut that clip where you're like oh, this is the year of Drum and Drummer. And then it like cuts to another thing at the end of 2023 where we're at the London Palladium and we've got, 10 drummers and we're interviewing them. And then it cuts to us walking on stage. And then it's just, the documentary ends and it's just like, they were right. They thought they were joking.
Or my studio's been burnt down and you're hanging out on the streets with the wig man of Brighton.
Yeah.
It was not the year for them.
Yeah. George now is
2023 turned out to not be the year for Drum and Drummer.
Yeah. And then you hear it on the news and the way
you've already got a wig.
I have already got a wig.
saying.
Be like, podcasters George and Ben from the show Drum and Drummer. They're like, oh no, I don't like how he's saying their names. What have they done now? Podcasters George and Ben of Drum and Drummer. Cut that out.
Yeah, cut it all out.
It's all waffle, innit?
Yeah.
Right.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram at Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.